Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee,
the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
A gain of 5.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Second and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A gain of 11.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Titans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
On first down, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Derrick Henry. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A first down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Derrick Henry.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and...
Throwing on second down. Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
He was covered by...
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Makes the score Titans 3. Celtic Tigers nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks down to get 6'5".
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 9. Brings up 3rd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up second.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive.
Titans 3.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and...
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Tannehill's pass. Intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Kevin Byard. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. They're going to look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 1. At the 47.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
3.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up second and
from just shy of midfield, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
9-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Tannehill. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
First down.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
At the 27-yard line.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. That one a first down pickup of 8. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Celtic Tigers 7, Titans 3.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the
now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10.
And 10.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A throw over the middle, taken in. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Evans. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tannehill on 3rd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. It was Alton Robinson that time on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Rashad Perriman. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
They find some open field, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
A fumble on the play.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Tigers 10, Titans 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you to the end zone and get you 6?
They're on the 25-yard line.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. but let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Draw play. This is Henry. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down and 4. Tannehill. Smith catches left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings
Henry.
2nd and 7. At the 30.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play.
Now Tannehill.
And 8.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 15. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
22-yard line.
2nd and 4. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Again, he finds more.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Back to throw again. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Alton Robinson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. 23-17, the final score. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 34-28, the final score. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First down and 10. At their own.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
Down at the 37-yard line. It's a game.
They run the option on second down.
And a yard.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
One after here coming up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Number 22.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Down, Celtic Tigers.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Alton Robinson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Tannehill on first down. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We're at 15 yards as the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
The 33-yard line.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down.
Third and long. It's Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Makes the score Titans 13, Celtic Tigers 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Dublin, they continue to keep pace for that first round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week.